Podcast.
Hello and welcome to Signature Maneuver, episode 16. My name is Roman, and to my right I have Brian,
What's up, dudes?
and I also have to my left Jose. Jose is not here today.
He is not here today.
I was looking at his empty chair, just longing for him to
We
be
miss you,
there.
Jose. We miss you every day. Shit, that's a
Uh,
reference to another podcast. Damn it. I don't want to be that guy.
Fuck it, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he is not here today just because he's a little bit under the weather and some shit happened with his car.
Hope you feel better soon. Get well soon.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will, bro. That's not even. I have no doubts about it. I wonder if he's gonna call in tomorrow or something.
About his car?
No,
Or being sick?
both.
Well, he's been sick
Uh huh.
and he's still going to work.
Okay.
I know that. And I know, like, last week, like, they kept sending him home. Or was it this week? One of those two, they kept sending him home. Because they do that to him.
Uh huh.
Like, he'll just go in and, like, they'll be like, you look sick, go home. And he's like, I'm not even sick.
You look like hell. Just go
You
home.
look like shit, go home. And
That's
he's
basically-
wow, thanks.
That's basically
Either
what
that
you're saying.
or, like, he'll just be coughing and like, are you sick? Go home. And then, like, last week or whatever, they were like, you look sick, go home. And they sent him home. And then the next day, they're like, they text him, like, don't even bother coming in today. You can't get better in one day. And he was like, fuck. And he had just finished getting ready, about to take off.
Is he like? I mean, that's weird. Cause like, is he still getting paid for that?
Well, he has a lot of vacation time, so
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yeah. But it's kind of like they're forcing him to use it, which is a little fucked up.
Yeah.
But I don't think he cares. Like,
I don't think. Yeah. I don't think he cares either. To be honest.
yeah. But and then as far as the car thing, he has rides for work
Oh, okay. Fair
to
enough,
and from, so I think he should be good.
Okay. Cool.
Hopefully, he can get that fixed soon, though.
Yeah. Well, to run the topic of this, I had that happen to me probably when I was like 20.
Yeah. Well, should we say what happened or like?
I mean, I don't think he'll have a problem with it. I think he'd
Yeah.
actually tell it the same thing.
Yeah. Well, his fucking brakes went out while he was driving,
Yeah.
and so like to the point where he had to swerve onto oncoming traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically like turn into like a street and just like use momentum to slow down basically. So he was driving super slow on the way to home, which he wasn't too far from, I don't think, by that time.
Mhm.
But he's just like terrified of driving that thing right now because he was just it was I mean he said he was fucking screaming and he was like, you guys would have laughed at me. I'm like, no dude, like when I got in an accident a couple months ago, I just kind of rear-ended someone. Like, it wasn't even like, it was just a bump, basically. Like, I just pushed him. I fucking screamed still. Because, like, just, like, the impact and, like, the way my car sounded, I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
It's just because it caught me by surprise because I wasn't paying attention that much. That was my fault.
Yeah, it was completely your fault.
Yeah, it's completely my fault. I wasn't texting, though.
That's all right. What were you looking? You were looking at you were trying to find a good song to fucking groove to.
I was clipping my fingernails. So now I wait till I get to a complete stop to do it. Well, I was at a red light, but still, you know what I mean.
That happened to me. I think I was coming because it was my first year in college. So I had to be like 19, 20, somewhere around there. And if you know San Antonio, it was SAC. So
Okay.
so but I was like that car was a piece of shit. I loved it, but I knew it was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So I would just take like the long way around to SAC and everything, and I just go down Culebra basically, past 10 and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I am coming back.
I feel like you've told me this story.
Yeah, I'm coming back and my brakes completely give out. Like, to the point where I'm gonna rear end somebody.
Yeah.
And I, like, swerve and, like, I have no idea what the fuck, but I had to, like, jam my fucking parking brake, like, to the point of it's gonna break, basically. and like I fucking pulled that bitch, and I just kept driving, and I was like, well, there's a lot of red lights, so I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. And luckily there wasn't too many red lights, but every time there was, I fucking like, even though I wouldn't do anything, I fucking put both my feet on my fucking brake and hope to God it would stop. And like there was like barely, like it was just moving. So I was like, okay. And I fucking took it back to my house. I parked it. I was like, well, I'm not going to fucking school this week.
Oh wow.
Because I was like, I don't have fucking money to fix it. I was a poor college student. Um, yeah, that was fucking scary. I
Yeah.
didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. Oh my god. Oh, but that whole screaming shit while there's traffic, or like you get into an accident. I remember that happening because I was maybe 13,
Mm-hmm.
14, somewhere around there, and I was part of a youth group at a church,
Uh huh.
and my mom was. It was my mom in the front, my brother in the front, and I was in the back. And for some reason, I was just looking at a. There was. This shows you how lazy I am. I had a Sunday newspaper like between my feet, and I was just looking at it. I didn't pick it up. I was just looking at it like at the floor and just like kind of reading it, and then and then you just hear the like the gunk and like the butt, and I went ah, and I was like, what the fuck happened? And it turns out a cop hit us.
A cop hit y'all?
Yes,
Oh wow.
because okay, I'm gonna talk to Brian specifically. Do you know where St. Jude's the church is? St. Jude's Catholic Church?
By Jerusalem?
Yeah,
Uh
General
huh.
McClellan. Okay, well you know Buena Vista, the street behind it,
Yes.
like the neighborhood behind it, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, well we're going down there. There's a cop coming. This is all secondhand because I didn't see it. Of course, I was looking at the newspaper. The cop is coming the opposite way,
Mm-hmm.
and then he turns one way, backs up, and then like hits us.
Like he was doing a turnaround?
Not even a turnaround. Like there was nothing. He didn't have his sirens on, anything. Like no like nothing to signify there was like an emergency. So he just basically like turned one way, backed up, and then hit us. And there was no way that he wasn't seeing us. It was a big ass what was it? A Buick.
Uh huh.
If you know old school Buicks,
Yeah, they're fucking
they're
big,
big.
boxy.
Yeah, they're big as fuck. And there's no way you could not see that fucking car, and he just like hit us like boom. So we got a settlement out of that. I remember we had like $600 maybe, and I went to a chiropractor. This is pretty sweet.
$600.
I was like, that's enough for me because I was like 14. I was like, what am I to buy with all this money? I didn't
Oh,
know what to
like
buy.
600 just for you?
Just for me. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
Everybody in the car got something. Like we all got paid off.
nice.
So I got 600. I think my mom got like close to 2,000, and my brother got like 900 or something.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I was like,
Oh man, I got so much money in free massages.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? I feel so rich.
yeah, they had like that cool like it's like an electrolysis machine where it looks like all they do is it looks like big ass like butterfly band-aids that they put on your back.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
then they just shock the fuck out
Yeah,
of you. You're like,
yeah.
huh. And it gives you muscle spasms.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
You know what? That reminds me. The other day when they actually sent Jose home for being sick,
Mm-hmm.
we were by that acupuncture place on Callahan,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
he was all like, "Man, I wonder where the fuck that place is still there. Like, I've always wanted to go, but like, I'm too freaked out by acupuncture." And I was like, "I've been there," and he's like, "Why?" And I was like, "Cause I got treatment there." And he's like, "What the fuck? You got acupuncture?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "No, like." Remember I had back spasms, and he was like, yeah, I think so. And I was like, well, I went, and it was like a 2-session thing.
Mm-hmm.
The first session, they did you ever seen The Karate Kid, the new one with Jackie Chan?
No.
Oh.
But keep going if you want.
Okay,
Somebody has.
well, basically what they do is, like, they get, like, cotton balls or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they catch them on fire or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then with that, like, I guess they heat, and they use, like, these jars,
Oh, yeah.
and they twist them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like it pressurizes, so
Yeah.
it pulls the shit out of your like skin and muscles. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
They basically did that,
Huh.
and they like fucking left like giant hickeys on my lower back.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my back spasms were.
Yeah.
And they're like like later on, like my cousin took a picture of him because
Mhm.
I told her that that's what I did, and she was like, "What? Let me see." And she was like, "Oh my god, like these look disgusting." And I was like, "What?" And she showed me. I was like, "It looked like a nasty ass bruise. Like it looked gross." But like after that, like I felt great. Like
Yeah.
yeah, and they were like, "Yeah, like they called me and they're like, "Are you still gonna come for the acupuncture?" And I was like, "Nah, I feel good. Like I don't need it. Like I'm okay.
Yeah.
Thanks." And they're like, "Oh, all right then. Well, cool." So yeah,
They just want to puncture your bruises.
yeah, dude. It was like I guess like I probably would have felt a little better, but
Mhm.
like it worked. Like I felt badass after that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, like when you were describing, I was like, is he talking about like that jar thing?
yeah. The jar
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah.
the
And I was
jar
like,
and flame thing. Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, that that sounds awesome to me. I don't give a fuck. Who's gonna look at my back? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I didn't care. Like I didn't care at all. But like
When they actually took a picture, like, oh, it does look kind of
I was
fucked
like,
up.
"Oh, that's gross as fuck. What the fuck?"
Well, I guess we should start talking about wrestling,
Oh yeah. So speaking of bad
dude.
bruises, let's talk about losing teeth.
Oh fuck, payback, Jesus Christ!
Yeah. If
And you know what the thing was that Jose was like,
Jose
oh
was like,
yeah,
"Oh, I didn't know Jeff Hardy is missing a tooth."
and I was like, really? He was like, yeah, yeah, and I was like, oh cool. And then they replay it on Raw the next day, and I was like, he just had a tooth knocked out. But I guess like, I guess he like there was no blood, so like
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's not like a natural. It wasn't a natural
that's what
tooth.
everyone's saying.
Yeah.
Like if you missed it or whatever, Sheamus and Cesaro had a match against the Hardys for the tag titles at
Hmm.
Payback, and in the middle of the match, Sheamus fucking kicks the shit out of Hardy's face, Jeff Hardy's face, and he knocks his tooth out, and you just see it like fall from his mouth.
Yeah.
And the weird part is there's no blood like ever.
Hmm.
Like, but the thing is, like, um, that also happened to Isaiah Thomas from the Celtics,
Okay.
like a couple of days ago, or maybe like last week.
Really.
Like last week, yeah. Like in the middle of a game, like he got elbowed in the mouth,
Hmm.
and like his tooth fell out, and like he played the rest of the game or whatever. Then there was like a foul or something. So like in the middle of that, he went to go pick up his tooth and like put it in the sidelines.
You put it in a Gatorade cup.
It's something like that. But I don't think he bled either. Like,
I don't know. Like, well, that's the thing is like, I guess it would have no because like even when you crack your tooth, because I've seen like my brother crack his tooth, when you crack it, there is blood that does trickle out.
yeah,
So I'm just like, what the. Does he just have like a veneer? Like, does he have dentures?
I
Like,
don't know.
because next day it was fucking right as rain. He
Well, they
was
fixed it. Yeah,
yeah. So he was smiling like fuck. So I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know. It was weird, but it was a fucking hard ass hit.
It was, and I remember commenting. I was like, "Oh shit, that was stiff." Like I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, I think it was that exact moment where he fucking he like shin kicks him basically,
Yeah,
or he kicks him. Um, like I remember like, man, it's stiff, and I was like, yeah, I've heard that about Sheamus. That he's kind of an asshole about that.
yeah,
He's just real. He plays real close to the vest. So I was like, huh, that just looked really bad. I was like, whatever. And it turns out he just fucking knocked his tooth out right
yeah.
there. um, let's see. Fucking, I missed most of that match, the Kevin Owens and Jericho, because I was coming over here to watch it.
Oh yeah, you missed basically all of it.
Yeah, I like saw the ending and I was like, huh, Jericho won. Okay.
Yeah, it was a good match. It was a good
I'll
match.
actually go back and watch that. One thing that I told you not to fucking rewatch was that fucking House of Horrors match.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's not even worth. It's not worth fucking
I mean, I
watching
saw
again.
the ending. Bray Wyatt won, right?
Yes, but the ending
That's
was
how much I didn't give a shit about it. Like I'm like, come on.
like, yeah, I remember you asked. I was like, you're right here.
Yeah,
We're eating.
I was just there, and I was like, oh, he won. Bray Wyatt won. Oh, okay.
Like it starts off in the house, then eventually like the way that they take a limo to the or Bray's taking a limo to the ring, so you can officially get like a count out or something. Something happens and Randy Orton's there with him. after leaving him in the house. He thought he left him there, whatever. They eventually like have a little scrum, right? They have little fisticuffs, and then Jinder Mahal comes in,
Oh, that's
and
right.
since it's basically no DQ, he just you know
Jinder
fucked him
Mahal with the Sierra Brothers.
with the Singh brothers.
Singh Brothers?
Yeah,
That's what they're called?
they're the Singh brothers.
I thought they were called the Sierra Brothers.
No, I think they're called the Singh brothers. I'll
That's,
double check.
but they're like, their names are Harv and Gerv Sierra.
I mean, they're the. But that's the thing is that they were the Bollywood boys. So now they're just. I have no idea. Yeah, it says right here. I'll read it from right here. Orton fought off a run-in attempt from the Singh brothers and hit Wyatt with an RKO after blocking a Sister Abigail attempt.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny to see Jinder with the belt still. That was hilarious.
Yeah. And they on SmackDown, I think it was the very beginning of SmackDown.
This week?
Yeah, he's taking pictures with it,
Oh,
and
really?
he's like, uh, "Hurry up, take the pictures." And he's like, "I'm gonna be on the next cover of GQ." And he's holding the belt, and then who is it? Shane McMahon walks in the frame, and he's like, "Here on SmackDown, you don't take the belts, you earn them." And he takes the belt away from
That's
him.
it?
Yeah, basically that
Took
was
him
it.
a whole week to come up with that one, huh?
And then later on they had a match. Jinder and Sammy had a match. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Do you want to talk? What are your thoughts on the Strowman Reigns match?
I didn't pay attention to it, basically. I think I was on my phone for most of it.
Yeah, so was I. I mean, I saw what happened in the match. Uh,
Yeah, because another thing was like, we were watching it or whatever,
mhm.
and then I was like, I don't know where it ended, and I was like, oh, Strowman won? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was kind of like a weird. It was a weird pay per view.
Yeah. What I didn't understand, though,
Mhm.
was he beat him up afterwards or whatever,
Mhm.
and I was like, because like I was like, oh, Strowman won, and then like I saw him like beating him up again. Like
Mhm.
I stopped paying attention, and then I look up and like Strowman's like beating up Reigns, and I was like, man, this guy's a sore loser. And then I was like, wait, he won. What is he doing? Like, what's the point in this?
I don't know. I mean, I
He
guess
wasn't through with him yet.
that's his catchphrase, right? Like that has
I'm
to be
not
it.
done with you
I'm
yet.
not done with you
Have
yet.
you seen that picture? Because they're like in Europe right now,
Hmm.
and there's like a picture that like uh they like all took pictures together at the Roman Coliseum.
Hmm.
Have you seen that picture? With like, it's like uh who is the name? Oh my god, I think it's Roman Reigns,
Hmm.
um, Matt Hardy, Titus O'Neil, like a bunch of Curtis Axel, like random people,
Yeah.
and Braun Strowman's there, and like there's someone like put on there like a meme that says when you're not done with when you're not done yet, but the crew want to take a picture.
uh, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. They're gonna have the European tour,
Yeah,
and I think they're gonna start the UK
the UK show.
weekly show. I don't know if it's gonna be weekly or monthly or what have you, but I think they're gonna start that soon. But I mean, by far the best match I think of the night
Was
was
Alexa Bliss and Bailey?
yeah,
Yes,
Alexa
it
Bliss and
was. It
Bailey.
was a damn good match.
Except for all those damn cuts.
Oh yeah,
Oh, Seth brought it to my attention. He's just like, man, they're just cutting away because every shot is an Alexa's ass shot, and they just have to cut away. And then it was just like blatant, like every time it was just like, cut right there, cut right there, cut right there. I was like, God damn! Like Jose said it, and I couldn't not fucking see it now.
yeah.
It was just one of those like things that just happens. But it was a great. That was an awesome match. I
That was
like
a
that,
really good match, yeah, man. I liked it a lot.
and I like that the DDT's coming back. The DDT's are winning a lot of shit.
Yeah, I like that they're making simple finishers. Like I like that
Hmm.
because you don't have to fucking be crazy about a finisher.
Yeah, no, not at all. Like it's cool when you have that kind of stuff, but I don't know. That's reserved for like a few people. That should
Yeah.
be reserved for really a few people, and then.
Also, the thing that's cool is like, I mean, cool like it's cool because you can distinguish a finisher for somebody. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, oh, Cena has the AA, Brock Lesnar has the F5. Like, that's cool, whatever. But like the other cool, like you can go the other way where like Alexa Bliss did the
Hmm.
DDT and she won the belt with that. That you can just say like, oh, anybody could do the DDT,
Hmm.
but only Alexa Bliss's DDT is like that good
Yeah.
that it'll actually win her a belt.
Yeah.
Like that's what's cool about it to me. Like that's the
Yeah.
way I think about it. Like anybody can do this,
Hmm.
but this person does it so well that it wins in the match.
Yeah, it's like Bobby Roode. Like who has DDTs now? It's Alexa. I don't even know if that's basically if that's a finisher for her.
I don't even. Yeah, I don't know if that's a
I don't think
finisher.
she has like a finisher. To be
I
honest
thought
with
it
you.
was that like moonsault that she would do off the top rope.
Oh yeah, it wasn't a moonsault, but
It
like
was like a flip or whatever.
yeah, it was like a
It's basically like a weird. I don't even know.
it was like like an inverted crossbody or something.
Yeah,
Cause it's she's setting up like it's going to be like a somersault, right? I think that's what it's
yeah,
called, a somersault. And then like she just like twists her body around.
yeah.
Like it's hard to explain,
It's really
but
hard to explain.
it's not like it just looks odd, but it ends with it's basically a splash.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's like an inverted splash, or however you want to say it. But um, I thought, yeah, I was like, is that her finisher? But she went with the DDT. I kind of like that she kind of doesn't have a finisher. She's just kind of like, yeah, I'm all around just great.
Yeah, I'll just do whatever it takes.
Yeah, but fucking Bobby Roode and what's his Cien.
Cien?
Cien has that dirty ass fucking hammerlock
Oh
DDT.
yeah, his is dirty.
Yeah, his is fucking dirty. And then Bobby Roode has like the elevated like
Yeah,
DDT.
and Dean Ambrose has the dirty deeds, which is also DDT.
Yeah, it's a DDT. I don't know. Every time I look at Ambrose's DDT or the what is it called again?
Dirty deeds.
Dirty Deeds. Every time I look at it, I'm just like,
Why is it called that?
I don't know.
Is he Western?
No, I
Like,
maybe
is
he
he
like.
Western? Is he a Western? Is he a cowboy?
No, I mean I thought like maybe he's like a big ACDC fan.
That's a stupid name for.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Well, for him, like,
Yeah, because he's not like underhanded.
yeah.
Like it would make sense if he's like a heel, and like it was like, oh, the dirty deeds, like he's such a piece of shit. But like,
Commentary saying that. Oh, he's such a piece of shit. Oh, what a piece of shit.
yeah, fucking Michael Cole, what a piece of shit. Corey Graves like, what? Michael, you can't say that. I can say whatever I want. Back me up, Booker. Ah, Chuck.
Sugar duggy quack quack.
Fuck that guy. But he's better than fucking
David
no
Otunga.
personality David Otunga.
Man, something happened in the fucking at Raw
Mm-hmm.
that like made me laugh. I forgot what it was. God damn it! Like Michael Cole said something about Booker T, and Booker T just looked at him all pissed. It was fucking hilarious.
But yeah, that was pretty much payback. It was.
Was that? Oh, Neville and Aries had that match,
Oh, that's right.
which was also a really good match.
Yeah,
I just didn't like the finish.
Yeah, the
I don't
finish.
think a lot of people did.
I mean,
What are
the
you gonna
finish
do?
is okay.
What are you gonna do?
The finish is okay. It's just like Aries is showing him that he's better than what
He's
Neville
on that
thinks
Neville level.
Yeah, he's on the oh god, it's stupid. Neville level, the A double level. I don't know. That's stupid.
That he's championship material, basically.
Well, yeah, pretty
That
much.
he can beat Neville.
Yeah, he did beat Neville. It's just
Yes.
Neville got himself disqualified,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
because of the whole champion's advantage, uh, he won. He retained the belt. But Aries technically won. He just didn't win the belt.
Yeah, he was about to tap out, and
Mhm.
then Neville grabs the ref and throws him.
Yeah, I mean it was a good match. I mean every time you see Austin Aries, it's just like that guy's just too good.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. And then Neville's really good too.
Mhm.
So like they just have good chemistry.
Mhm. I said it before. I'll say it again. I fucking love Austin Aries. Springboard senton.
Oh yeah, I like how he just like he flails his
Yeah,
legs right
like
before he does it.
yeah, it's just like a little something he does, and it just makes it look so good. And the same thing with his
Swinging elbow.
yeah, the
Yeah,
TikTok elbow.
that's so good.
It's because, and I figured it out. It's because he's a lefty, so he hits him with the left. Like it's easy just to like swing right and then like drop the elbow on him,
Yeah,
but he's like he swings right, swings left, and then he fucking hits him with the
he
left
spins
elbow.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's just like oh, it's fucking
yeah,
great.
it looks good.
But on to Raw. Raw opened with Alexa, the coronation, which I thought was cool.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
I like that. The match afterwards was kind of whatever.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was Bailey, Banks, and Dana, and Mickey James versus Bliss, Jax, Alicia Fox, and Emma.
Alicia Fox.
Alicia
I wish I was here.
Fox.
But yeah, the coronation was. Let's go back to that real quick. That was really fucking cool.
It was.
I really liked how she was like, um, she was like, I just want to thank everybody, like all the people that because it was if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here.
Mhm.
And then like she fucking went down the line and she was like Mickey James, like
Oh
if
yeah.
it wasn't for you, like or what she's like I brought you back and like if
Yeah.
it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here.
Mhm.
And she basically making it seem like Mickey James is like
The inspiration behind her winning kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, calling her old and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what she do? Oh, she did it to Sasha, right?
Mhm.
She was like, "Yeah, Sasha, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have this belt right now because just always remember you're the one I pinned to win to get to this belt."
Yeah.
And then she like bumped it in Nia Jax. She's like, "You know what? We're good. You have all that raw talent. Like, we're good."
Yeah.
And she fucking gets on the thing,
Mhm.
the little stage or whatever,
Yeah, like
po- uh,
podium.
podium, yeah. And she's like, "Oh, I almost forgot to thank Bailey."
Mhm. Then Bailey goes ape shit.
Bailey goes ape shit and flips the fucking podium with her on top of it. And then everyone just fucking starts fighting.
Yep.
You know what I liked about Alexa that she
Mhm.
did? God, man, she's just so great. Like, I can't stop talking about how much she's so good.
Yeah.
But like, when she got flipped or whatever, then the brawl started happening. Right? They all
Mhm.
started fighting. Alexa didn't run. She just joined. She was in there fighting with everybody, and I thought she was just gonna fucking take her belt and like slide out
Yeah.
of the ring and
Yeah.
run, but she was like fucking swinging at Mickey James the whole time. It was hilarious.
What did you think about the Cesaro and Sheamus heel turn?
Um, I thought it was cool because I want to see heel Cesaro
Mhm.
again. Sheamus I can kind of care less,
Yeah.
but just because he's with Cesaro, like I care about him.
Mhm.
Um, the thing that I liked was the reasoning behind it.
Mhm.
Like I do like that when they went out there to explain why they did it.
Mhm.
I do like that they were like, it's because it's all a nostalgia act.
Yeah.
Like we got to show them, you people are all worried about are stuck in the past
Mhm.
or you're worried about the
The
future
future.
and you're not even appreciating what's here now, which is
Exactly.
us. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly how people are. Like, fuck, man. People are stuck in the attitude era or they're like, oh, I can't wait for so and so to debut.
Mhm.
But it's
Like,
like,
oh man, the fucking revival when they come back.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's like, dude, like, fucking, there's a bunch of good people that are working there right now.
Mhm.
So I do like the reasoning behind it.
Mhm.
And it's not some bullshit reason or something. So, um, yeah, like I'm happy I'm excited to see what they can do as heels. I guess like
I want to see how it's really gonna change. Like, I mean, Sheamus is always kind of a heel. I mean, it didn't really matter. I want to see what Cesaro's really gonna bring to it.
Yeah, I mean they.
He's like the interesting one of the tag team.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, yeah, Sheamus is always heel, and I want to see what Cesaro can do now, or what he's gonna do now, because he's been face for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because people just love him. So I do like how when the Hardys came out, like Matt was like speaking his broken language a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
He's kind of teasing it.
yeah. So I was like hoping like when they kicked him in the head, like that completely broke him, but I mean it didn't. But still, I'm excited. I'm excited for that feud. Like it was weird because I was like, okay, this feud's kind of cool, but like they're both face, so I don't really give a shit. But now like this whole they turned heel and like Matt Hardy's semi broken, like it kind of rekindled the flame for that feud, and I'm like, you know what? I'm excited to see this. Like I want to see what they do with this.
Yeah, I want to see like a few more matches with him. Is not gonna be a bad thing.
Yeah, it got me reinvested in the feud, and it got me interested again.
One thing I want to talk about because I thought it was probably one of the bigger highlights. Was the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, the three-way?
The three-way.
At the main event?
Yeah, it was Miz, Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins. And it all started because Seth was addressing like what he's going to do next.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I beat Triple H, I beat Samoa Joe, which he did at Payback. Now, like, I need to get the Universal title again. And he goes, like, I'm calling you out, Brock. And Brock's not there, whatever.
Yeah, I want the beast. Give it to me.
And then
Balor comes out.
And he's like, hey, we got fucking unfinished business, you fucking bitch.
What were you going to call him?
I don't know. I think I was going to call him a slut for some reason. Listen here, you fucking slut.
I do like how he was like, yeah, you were the one-legged man or whatever that beat Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Or at WrestleMania beat Triple H, slayed the King or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm the one-armed man that was the first ever Universal Champion. And he's like, and I beat you for it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he's like, so when it comes to talking about facing Brock, the line starts here. And I was like, damn, hell yeah.
I mean, technically, Finn still has his
rematch.
He has a rematch clause.
Yeah, and he didn't even lose the belt. He just had to vacate it, basically.
Yeah. And then The Miz came out. And
I was like, why the fuck is he here?
Yeah, I was like, why is The Miz coming out? And then Dean Ambrose came out. I was like, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
And
that was super fucking obvious. I was like, The Miz is always going to be in the Intercontinental title picture. So it's like, this triple threat's kind of pointless, but I just want to see a good match, so it's okay.
But the funny thing was like the little interviews with everybody.
That was fucking awesome.
You know, they were throughout the whole. They were throughout Raw, and I just thought they were fucking hilarious. Like, who is it? Miz being interviewed by I don't know Charlie or somebody. Some
the backstage girl. Yeah.
And then like it pans to Miz, and then it's clearly a man holding a mic.
Yeah, like like something happens to where like the mic gets taken away from him, so you can barely hear him.
Yeah,
and like you can see like people like fiddling with the mic, like two hands or whatever. And then like it goes back, and it's like Dean interviewing him now.
Then he asks him like. So, like, who cuts your hair or whatever the fuck he says?
I was like, dude, what do you put in your hair? Does it ever get in your face? Or does it ever get in your eyes when you wrestle, like when you sweat?
And then, like, Miz is just like, what the fuck? Like, he doesn't say anything. He's just like with the what the fuck face.
Yeah.
Then he just walks away.
He just, like, scoffs. Then he fucking leaves.
And then, every time Dean is throwing it back to old announcers.
Yeah, he's throwing it back to old announcers. That was hilarious.
He's like Bobby
and Gene. Yeah, back to you, Bobby Gene.
And then he
interviewed Seth next.
Yeah, next. And then he's like, they have like the whole friendly like, yeah, we were in the Shield. And he goes, but you remember what happened afterwards and blah, blah, blah. So they kind of like were
taking a little jab.
Yeah, it was more like a serious one more than anything. It was probably the serious out of all three.
All three, yeah.
And then he goes, back to you, Gorilla. And he goes back to Gorilla Monsoon. Uh, and then the funniest one was the fucking Finn Balor one. Because
Yeah.
he is interviewing Finn Balor and he's all the end cap is fucking have a card, man.
He's like, all right, fine. I just got one thing for you. Gives him a donut. He's
Yeah.
like, eat a card, please, man. And then he looks at his abs, like,
Yeah.
and
He's
he,
like, what does he say about his abs? He's like, I think there's a vein in there. It's not even right.
something like that. I don't even remember.
And then Finn Balor, I was like,
He takes a bite of the
takes a bite of
donut.
the donut. He's just like, yeah, that's good, and he passes it back.
And he's like, all right, I'll eat it then.
Yeah,
And then Drifter comes out.
yeah. He's like, hey, you know any Pearl Jam?
You know what he asked him?
Yeah, he's all, do you know any Pearl Jam? And he's eating the donut. He's all, guess not. He's just eating the donut.
But he's jamming out to what he's
Yeah,
playing.
he's just like,
He's like, you know what? I like it. It's not bad.
Not bad, not bad. He goes, you know any Pearl Jam? And he doesn't do anything. He just like walks by. He's all, guess not. Takes another bite and he's just like, back to you, fucking Jesse or somebody. And then the actual match happened, and that was really good
That was a really good match, yeah.
because I nothing against Miz. It's just I don't know what he can bring, and Seth too because I like Seth, but I don't know. He doesn't bring much to the table. I don't know. It's weird. Like I was
As
like,
far as wrestling, or what do you mean?
yeah, something about it. I don't know. Seth's been off for me lately. Um, he had a good match with Samoa, but that's the thing is they're just good. They're good matches. They're not
Yeah.
like awesome matches. I can't remember like his last awesome match.
I was gonna say Triple H, but at WrestleMania, but I don't even know.
I mean that was another like good match. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of storytelling stuff happened there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still not like a great match.
I feel the same way about the Miz. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the Miz,
Mhm.
but then he wrestles, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think you're that good of a wrestler. Like, you're fucking awesome and great on the mic. Don't
Mhm.
get me wrong, and your character development's, one of the top in the company. But when you get inside that ring, you're so stiff. Like, I don't like it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I've seen you have good matches, but I don't know if it's like the Bret Hart syndrome where
Mhm.
like the people that he works with are
Make him
really
look
good
good,
and
yeah,
make
yeah.
him look good,
Mhm.
but like that was a good match.
Yeah.
But
then like you're thinking like, well, fucking Finn's in there, and so is
Finn's
Seth.
and
Like,
Seth, yeah, like
like again, like they're Seth and Miz are like they're good talents for different reasons. Like Seth's good in the ring and Miz is good on the mic, like you were saying. But the Miz is decent at wrestling or like okay at wrestling, while like Seth is okay on the mic. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
basically,
They're kind of like inversions of themselves.
yeah.
Um, but again, it was a really good match, and there was that one fucking thing where I was like, Finn's gonna win. Like, holy shit! Like Finn's gonna win, and he's gonna bring someone to that fucking
He
title.
did the I forgot what
He
they
did the sling blade, and then he did the turnbuckle kick.
was it that?
Yeah, because he goes for the turnbuckle
Oh,
kick,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then he's gonna go for the
Oh, the drop kick.
yes.
He did the sling blade and then he did the drop kick
Mm-hmm.
to the turnbuckle.
Well, okay. First of all, first. Uh, because it's important. It's the chain of events.
Okay.
So they're all fighting some good spots, but what happens is Seth gets out of the ring. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say before
Uh
that.
huh.
Well, finish that, I guess.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, no, well, basically Seth gets out of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens?
Seth gets knocked out of the ring, and he's just outside. Samoa Joe comes in
From the crowd.
from the crowd and like beats him up.
Yeah, like fucks him up.
I don't know exact. I think he like runs into the barricade and shit like that. I'm not too sure.
Something like that, yeah.
Again, this is Monday, and again,
Been a long week.
yeah.
And so that happens, but I was gonna say before that,
Mm-hmm.
like even before that,
Mm-hmm.
they kept doing these spots where like they would do like these moves on each other,
Mm-hmm.
and like they would get near pinfalls, and
Yes.
even those, I was like, oh shit, like Seth might win.
Yeah.
Oh, and then then Miz would kick out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, Miz might win like clean, and then
Yeah.
like so and so would kick out. Like
Mm-hmm.
they kept doing near falls, and I was like, damn, like this is actually a good match.
Yeah,
Like
there
I
was
don't
a
know,
lot of near
I don't
falls.
know who's gonna win,
Mm-hmm.
because going in, I was like, oh, the Miz is gonna win, because
Yeah.
like it's the Miz, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like something's gonna happen, and it's gonna be the Miz,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the one that at the Intercontinental. He's always in that picture,
Yeah.
and and for me, I'm just like, I just think like Finn and Seth are gonna do something else for now.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so I was thinking already like the Miz is gonna win. He's
Mm-hmm.
gonna cheat or something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what, but that's what I thought. And so,
Throughout
uh,
throughout the match, there was so many near falls that made
yeah,
you forget about that.
yeah. And then they kept doing like good spots where I
Mm-hmm.
was like, this is like a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't sure who was gonna win. And then the whole Samoa Joe thing happened. I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
And then I was like, uh, so Samoa Joe beats up Seth.
Yeah. And then while that's happening, like Finn's like, well, you know, I'll take advantage of it, and
Yeah,
that's
because
where.
the Miz is watching.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Miz is looking at Seth the whole time, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Like, "Oh shit!" Like, and he's like about to go get him, or he gets up right,
Mm-hmm.
and like Finn's like across the ring
Mm-hmm.
waiting for him at the corner, and Miz turns around. Finn does the swing blade,
Mm-hmm.
and then runs to the corner, drop kicks Miz into the other
Mm-hmm.
corner, and he gets on top of the rope so you can do the coup de grace
Yeah.
and
And then
finish off the
whack,
Miz.
whack, 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 whack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking Bray Wyatt comes out, and
Bray
everyone's
Wyatt.
like, "Oh my god!" And then fucking Bray Wyatt pushes Finn off the top ropes, and I was like, "That's all you do?" Like I thought he was gonna do something. Well, like, oh no, he did the
He does the Sister
Sister
Abigail.
Abigail,
Yeah.
but like, I was just like, "That's silly." Like
Yeah.
that he just pushed him like that. Like it was just funny to me.
Yeah, it looked it just looked stupid. It was just
Yeah.
like he's just pushing him off. That's fine. But then he does the Sister
Sister
Abigail,
Abigail,
and then wah, 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 ah, and then he fucking
he's
disappears.
gone. Yeah,
And then Miz is like, "What's going on?" And
yeah,
fucking
he's
pins
like
him.
crawling like to
Yeah.
fucking,
Then
and
he
he
gets the
pins.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So
That
and,
was cool though, cause like as soon as the Bray Wyatt thing hit,
mm-hmm.
I was like, no shit, they're like kind of feuding right now.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about
Well,
that.
that's the whole thing. That's what like pissed me off about like everything that was happening. Like,
About
okay,
like Randy or
yeah, that whole like Randy Bray, the whole situation with the fucking superstar shakeup, everything got fucked
yeah,
because what WrestleMania happened, Randy wins, and then Bray's like, "Hey, I'm not done with you yet." And then he steals fucking Braun Strowman's catchphrase, and then they have the superstar shakeup, and he goes to Raw, but he's still taunting
Randy.
Randy, who's on
That
SmackDown.
that was fucking hilarious to me. Both of them were both of them were cutting promos on each other,
Yeah.
and they weren't even on the fucking show. Like
Yeah,
they weren't even there.
yeah, exactly. They were cut on promos that they weren't there, and then he like starts taunting Finn, and I'm like, so you're going after Randy, but you want Finn as well. The, most likely, you're gonna lose to Randy again,
Yeah,
and that whole thing just left a sour taste in my mouth. 'Cause I was like, this doesn't make sense. I hate that
yeah.
they're doing this cross bullshit.
I think what it was is like that fucked it up.
Yeah.
Right, obviously.
Mhm.
But they're like, well, we have to fucking finish this feud.
Yeah, I mean, you have to finish the feud, but in that case, why didn't you just delay the superstar shakeup?
Because they're not gonna do that for just one thing, for one program. Even though
That,
I guess there's two programs.
yeah, they fucked up a
The
couple of
Kevin
them.
Owens and Jericho thing.
So
I
it's
don't
just
know.
because Jericho was cutting promos on Kevin when he wasn't there, and Kevin was cutting promos for Jericho. He wasn't there, so they, I don't know. That just left a sour taste in my mouth. But you know what? It's over. Doesn't matter anymore.
Payback kind of just put the bow on top of those feuds.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
got those feuds out of there.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that upset me, and I'm just like I don't understand that, is um the fact that like okay, so it's Jericho and Owens at Payback for the belt,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is it's just really fucking dumb because it's like it's a Raw pay per view, and Jericho and Owens at Payback for the belt. No matter what, if Jericho or the only way that that was a Raw
Mm-hmm.
match with Raw superstars
Mm-hmm.
is if Owens won
Mm-hmm.
because Jericho would still stay on Raw.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like, oh, if Jericho wins, he's gonna go to SmackDown and Owens gonna go back to Raw.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was like if Jericho wins, he's gonna join Owen on SmackDown.
Yeah.
It was just really fucking stupid.
It was really dumb. And honestly, I don't know what why didn't Jericho lose at Payback?
I honestly don't know what's going on
I
with that.
because it's supposed. I guess it's because it's supposed to be Payback. Like Jericho lost at WrestleMania, so he gets it back at Payback. That's like the only thing. But then I don't know. It doesn't.
So is he gonna lose it
I
at Backlash?
I guess because when Jericho comes back, they want him on SmackDown. Like no matter what.
Yeah.
So
So then he has to lose it at Backlash because Backlash is what in 2 weeks.
no, he's out. He's done because uh, going down to SmackDown. The end of SmackDown was Jericho and KO. Now the whole thing that happened there was they had a match, good match, great match. But Jericho won, so Jericho now has the U.S. title. The whole thing
At
is
Payback?
no on SmackDown. Like okay, Payback happened. Jericho won the title from Kevin again.
Okay.
Okay,
The rematch clause.
the rematch clause was set for SmackDown.
Okay.
Okay, for what 2 days ago.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Uh, Kevin Owens wins that match, and what he does at the end of it is he takes Jericho out. He
Oh, Owen has the belt again.
Owens has the belt again now.
Oh, you said Jericho has the belt.
Oh, I'm sorry, I completely
I was
fucked that
like,
up.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
confused. I was like, well, he won the belt at Payback. What do you mean?
No, no, no.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
so Owens now has the belt. KO has the belt now, and he took out Jericho.
Oh, okay.
Like he
So
beat.
now Jericho's gone for tour.
Yeah, now he's gone for tour.
So that okay, now that makes sense.
So yeah, and apparently like on the WWE like I saw it on Twitter. They show like Kevin Owens like he's like ripping at the belt, and they're like trying to get his attention, but he's not paying attention, and he like rips off the nameplate. He just like throws it, and then it lands, and they just see it and it says Chris Jericho. So he was just like, yeah, I'm done with that now.
Okay,
So it was cool.
that makes sense then
Hmm.
that Jericho won
Yes.
because they had to get rid of his rematch clause.
Yes.
Well,
I guess it's just
they wanted to make sure that Jericho was on SmackDown.
yeah,
I think that's what it was.
yeah,
So
probably.
that's why. Which is stupid because they could have avoided all that.
Yes. I could have completely avoided
I don't
all
know.
that.
That's whatever.
It's weird, but the ending of it was really good. Fucking there's continuing the Dillinger and the Aiden English feud.
Oh, so that's the thing.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
thing.
that's cool. I'm down with that.
The funny thing was it was earlier on SmackDown. Ty beats Aiden, and Aiden English is like crying. He's just like he's putting his thumbs in his mouth and like acting like he's eating his hair and shit.
Yeah.
Like really weird shit. And then he's like crying, and they're interviewing Jericho, and Jericho is like, you know what happens to guys that cry? And he's about to like put his name on the list,
Yeah.
or no, he's gonna put the girl that's interviewing him. He's gonna put her on the list.
Uh huh.
And A and English, she's like, "There's no crying in on SmackDown." He's like, "It's gonna be all right, bud." Like comforting him. And
Yeah.
he goes, "And you know what happens to guys who cry in front of Jericho?" And he fucking, you just made the list. And he writes his name down. And Aiden English like, starts freaking out again, like fucking like starts crying again. I thought that was really funny, but apparently that's a thing. Ty Dillinger's gonna be going after Aiden English for a bit, which I'm completely fine.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, bro. He did like a weird.
Oh, he has a new finisher, right?
Yeah, it's not the tiebreaker or like
I heard about his new finisher. I don't know what it is though.
it's
I heard that he got a new one or whatever.
yeah because the and this is weird. That's weird because I don't know if Adam Cole has anything to do with this.
Uh oh.
Because basically the tiebreaker
Adam Cole's finisher.
is the what last shot or whatever the fuck it's called.
I don't know what's called.
It's called something like that. But it's basically that. I'm trying to I'm trying to remember what it is. Oh, fuck! I can't even. I don't even remember what it is. God damn it! All right. Yeah, it's weird because now he doesn't do the. It's a fireman carry, but he turns him around
Like a
like a backwards F5.
right or like an F5
Well,
or
the F5 he swings him in front of him.
oh right.
The thing.
That's basically what he's doing.
I mean, no, he does it from the back.
Right. Okay.
So like he has him in the fireman's carry, then he swings him across his back, and then he does like a knee.
Oh yeah, F5. He swings him over his head.
Yeah, he swings him over his head and then like
Falls
flattens him.
with him. Yeah.
The way that Ty Dillinger's new move is it's the fireman's carry around his back, and then your jaw hits his knee, and it's the same kind of setup where he has his knee bent.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean,
That was cool.
Brian just saw it. It looked fucking cool.
Yeah, it looks real cool, but can you do it to bigger people? That's the one thing I'm always
like bigger people. How?
like I don't know.
Like Baron Corbin.
Big Show. That's kidding.
What the fuck?
Like Baron Corbin, I guess, or
like taller people.
Yeah, like
I mean,
probably, or like
tall.
fucking. If you ever wrestled Brock Lesnar, can he? I mean, he's never gonna do that. So.
No.
Well, just that's the one thing I'm always thinking about with finishers. Like, oh, that's cool, but can you do that with bigger people?
That's
Like
true.
Apollo Cruz's finisher,
Mhm.
where he like fucking picks them up,
Mhm.
and then he fucking throws them around and fucking
Yeah.
power bombs them. If he could probably do that to bigger people. He seems like he's strong enough to do it to bigger people.
Yeah.
It'd be really weird if he did it to Baron Corbin. It'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but I mean,
Or like Kevin Owens.
maybe he just has two finishers.
Yeah, maybe.
Like maybe he'll just do both.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I don't know. The reason I say it might have something to do with Adam Cole, I don't know. There's rumors that apparently he might be coming to WWE.
Adam Cole?
Adam Cole, baby.
Maybe.
Um, which maybe, but why would they like say like no, like just fucking make a new finisher? Like why wouldn't they just tell him that?
To Adam Cole?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. That
Maybe that's part of his deal. Like,
maybe he's just like I want the last shot or whatever the fuck it's called.
yeah.
Buckshot or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. Either way, 205. We're just gonna kind of. Is there anything else from? Oh, I did want to mention one more thing from SmackDown. SmackDown had one of the fucking funniest things in a while with the Brizango.
Oh, they're number one contenders, right?
Yeah, and what they did was they did like a kind of Law and Order thing,
Uh-huh.
like where like these crimes or blah blah blah, but it was all about fashion.
Right.
So the thing is, like Tyler Breeze is like henpecking like an old school um, typewriter. He's like, God, I hate paperwork, and he's just like henpecking.
Yeah.
And then Fandango comes in. He's all, I got the new case briefing or whatever the fuck. He's all, read it. He puts it down in front of what's his name, Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze.
And he goes, the Uggos.
God damn it.
And he goes, read it off to me. He's all, I don't know, bad pants or whatever. He just says all this shit. But it's a really funny skit that I think you should look up. Cause it's like a Law and Order like riff. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I'm so glad that they're finally using
yes
both of them.
I mean, they're great. they're a great comedy
Yeah.
like duo.
Have you seen Breaking Ground
No.
on network?
Mm.
You should watch that. It's really good. Um, the I'm gonna spoil the ending kind of
Okay.
because like in throughout the whole show,
Hmm.
it's like a series. It's a show about following the superstars of NXT, right? Some
Okay.
of them. And one person that it follows is Tyler Breeze a
Hmm.
little bit, and Bailey too, actually.
Hmm.
And they're both like the veterans, like like they've been there, they're already on NXT,
Hmm.
and like they're like main eventing NXT, and they're on like the pay per views or whatever of NXT. So it's kind of following them, and the cool part about it, or like at the very end of the season,
Hmm.
uh, they they announced that Tyler Breeze is going to Raw or moving up to the main show,
Hmm.
main roster. The next week or whatever. And so like everyone's like clapping and like excited for him that he's finally getting called up or whatever.
Hmm.
And then like it's so cool and you're like, man, this is badass. And then like it makes you so sad because then you like that
Yeah.
he goes up there and they don't use him for shit.
Yeah.
And like he's just kind of getting. So I'm just like really happy that they're finally using him.
Hmm.
I'm a big fan of Tyler Breeze, like
Hmm.
a really big fan. So I don't know. I just like that guy a lot. He's a goddamn good wrestler too. Like,
Yeah.
and the fact that he fucking works that supermodel gimmick, it's so
Yeah.
tight. It's so tight.
Yeah, because that's like a gimmick that would die
Yeah,
like
like
real quick for a lot
he
of
had to
people.
be fucking committed to that
Hmm.
gimmick, and he is. Like he fucking shaves and
Hmm.
he dyes his hair
Hmm.
and like
The way
he thinks of new ways to like have his outfit and shit. It's
yeah.
tight. It's real tight.
Now he's number one contender for the tag team.
Yeah, I hope they win. I
I
really hope they
really
win.
hope they fucking win. God damn. Fucking backlash. You better do something right. 205, we'll just talk about real quick. It was TJP and Lindsay Dorado. That was a pretty good match. It was a good high flyer. The standout match for me was Gulak and Mustafa Ali. Because that shit was fucking awesome. And then it was Swan and Noam Dar. And that was funny because after the match, like, Alicia Fox comes back.
Oh wait, so Alicia Fox broke up with Noam Dar apparently, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then Noam Dar broke his arm or something?
No.
Okay, I thought they said that on Raw.
They were saying something. I think it was a kayfabe thing where he was
Right,
just gone
right,
for a
right.
little bit. But Alicia Fox broke up with Noam Dar, and she wanted to get with Swan, and Swan was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I just wanted to remind you about you left my friend
Cedric.
Cedric Alexander for this Euro trash piece of this Euro trash." This Euro trash piece of trash. um, and then eventually she comes back after that match that they had on 205, and like she's like, basically take me back, and like Noam Dar's like, whatever, and then he like ends up taking her back anyway. So they're back together apparently. And I was like, what happened to Cedric Alexander?
He's injured.
What happened? I don't remember this.
I don't remember what he's injured of,
All
but
right,
I remember he's been in. I remember he's injured.
all right, we'll look that up off air and come back to you next week. But yeah, 205, watch it. It's straight wrestling. It's just great. Come on, you're missing out, people. Let's talk about fucking NXT.
NXT. I barely saw any of it. Like I told you before we started recording,
Mm-hmm.
I fell asleep like right at the beginning. I saw the what was the first thing that happened?
It was Hideo and Kona Reeves. That was the first
That
match.
wasn't the first match.
Mm-hmm.
No, because before that was Heavy Machinery.
Oh, that's right. I hate them so much. I blocked it out.
Was that
My
the
fault.
first match? That wasn't the first match.
That was the first match. It was like the first like 2 minutes.
I thought something else happened
It
before
was
that.
Heavy Machinery versus some jobbers. Ricardo Watts and Hector Kunzman.
I thought something happened right before that, man, that I saw. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, if there was, I don't necessarily remember. Um, but that was the first match.
Well, I skipped that.
They did have the Hideo and Kona Reeves, which I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I
But,
skipped the Heavy Machinery match,
mm-hmm.
but I saw their promo at the end because I wanted to see what they were about.
Yes.
and they were basically saying they want the Authors of Pain,
Mhm.
and I was like, that's stupid. You guys suck.
Mhm.
And the big dude, the bigger dude, I
Mhm.
guess,
The fat one.
the fat
Yeah.
one
Mhm.
did make me laugh because he was just fucking crazy. Like he's just super overhyped. Like
Yeah, and they
that's
keep
kind of
making
funny.
stupid rhymes.
Yeah, they talk about how they're I don't know. They're hungry and
Like we go to the
they
buffet
go to
and
the buffet. Yeah,
then we like work out. I don't fucking
something like
know.
after working out, they hit the buffet up,
Uh-huh.
and they were saying that they're done with the appetizers, which is all the
Mhm.
jobbers they've had,
Mhm.
and they want the main course, which is the Authors of Pain.
Oh, that's gonna be a bad match.
That's gonna be a terrible match. And then the other thing was, oh man, I completely forgot that I was gonna bring up right now.
Roderick Strong.
What? No.
You know, bring up that part two of the Who Is Roddy.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Oh man.
No, I fell asleep right after the heavy machinery thing. Like I was falling asleep during their promo, and I was
Yeah.
like, man, this sucks.
Uh huh.
Um,
I don't blame you.
but no, it was about heavy machinery that I was gonna talk about. That
I know.
oh, their finisher. I saw like you know how they always replay
Uh
like
huh.
the end of the
Yeah,
match.
yeah,
I saw that, and their finisher was so fat.
yeah. It's just like a
But
splash,
so
right?
what it is, well, what they did with those
Uh
guys,
huh.
which one, okay, so like the fat guy, the short fat one,
Mhm.
he made the two jobbers hug each other,
Yes.
and he
Yes.
picked them both up,
Uh huh.
right? Like he was gonna do like the World Strongest Slam,
Uh huh.
and which one, it was silly seeing them hug each other,
Yeah.
and so he had them up, and then the other big dude
Uh huh.
ran to the ropes behind him,
And just like
and it
fell
just
on his
like
back,
fell on his
right?
back. Yeah, so it's like a big splash,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, 600 and whatever pounds
Uh,
on those two dudes, and then like he just pinned both of them, and I
I.
was like, that's a fat, that's a fat finisher. Like that's stupid.
I thought that their finisher was the like the splash that they do, like against each other,
Oh
or the
wow,
chest
really?
bump. I thought
Yeah.
that was their finisher.
God
Like
damn it.
they have somebody in the middle and they're like bent over somehow, whatever, however they set it up, and then they chest bump, and then the guy is like dizzy and then he just falls down. I thought that was the finisher, but now you told me the actual finisher. It's even lazier than that.
So dumb.
Heavy Machinery. Oh, DIY had a promo. So they were like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Heavy Machinery sucks. We need. We're going to go after Authors of Pain. So I guess another three way.
Oh well, the other well, after the heavy machinery match was the Itami match. He's
Yes.
back. He came back into the ring,
Mm-hmm.
and Kona injured him again. No, just kidding.
Don't say that. Don't do that.
I fell asleep right before that match.
Yes.
I was pretty bummed.
Mm-hmm. Well, since you fell asleep, I'll recount some of the tales
You
of what's happened.
said it was just an okay match, right? Like
It was an okay match, and it's not because of Hideo. Like, Hideo's great. Everybody knows that. It's Kona Reeves. It's like you don't expect him ever to win. Doesn't matter. So you already knew from the outset Hideo was gonna win. Didn't matter. Like that's why that match kind of sucked because you already knew the end, and it
yeah,
wasn't gonna change, and there was nothing they were gonna do to like sell that it wasn't gonna change.
yeah,
So that's why it sucked, and it has nothing to do with Hideo. Hideo was great. Hideo was great.
yeah.
What they did afterwards is they showed the second part to the Roderick Strong, the Who Is Roderick Strong, and it focused on him making it to actual NXT, his fiance and his newborn baby.
He's a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
I mean, kayfabe.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
yeah. I mean, they're showing you who is Roderick Strong.
Yeah, I mean they show his. I mean, and they show like intimate shit, like right after her giving birth to the kid. I was like, they're not just gonna get anybody to do that. So I'm assuming like that's actually true. His wife's like an MMA like fighter.
Who is it?
I,
Michelle Watterson.
I have no idea. I don't know anything.
Michelle Watterson's a girl. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
But
That's totally not her.
I don't know.
She came out in Bully Beatdown. You remember that show?
Oh yeah, the guy that mayhem guy, right? The guy that ended up going crazy and
I
like beating up people for real.
oh no, I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
about
that
that.
guy like got charged with like cocaine or like
Oh shit.
meth charges or something,
Oh.
and there was like a standoff, and like he just beat up people.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. No,
Yeah, that,
like,
that was like a couple of
well,
years ago.
like basically they had MMA fighters for like, well, because it was like they got a bully right, and
Yeah.
the bully got beat up,
Mhm.
and they had an MMA fighter for the guys and the girls,
Mhm.
and Michelle Waterson was the MMA fighter for the girls.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, and that's why I just threw her out there. I
Yeah,
was like, oh, is his wife Michelle Waterson?
I don't know, I don't know anything about UFC.
She actually just had a fight like 2 weeks ago, and she lost.
Mm.
This is a brutal fight.
It's
She hung in there though. It was a good fight.
it's that MTV curse, man. When you touch MTV, you fucking.
Oh my gosh, shut
I'm
up.
telling you, dude, it's cursed.
Hey, she hung in there. It was a good fucking fight. All right.
You you can say it all you want. Either way, they showed a whole bunch of stuff, and it was cool. It was like, oh, this is how they're fleshing out like Roddy by giving you like some insight into
Yeah.
him. Um, so that was really cool. And then it goes to a little segment with Mr. Rude and the commissioner for NXT.
Okay.
Uh,
Regal.
Regal, yeah. And he was like, Bobby Roode's talking shit about Hideo, like you know, he doesn't deserve it, blah, blah, blah. And Regal's like, oh, so you're saying that he hasn't deserved it and he needs to prove it. And he goes, exactly. And he goes, how about this? Next week, which I believe he said next week, we're going to have a match.
Of course, she said next week.
Yeah. Between Hideo Itami and Roderick Strong for the number one contender to
Oh
the
wow.
NXT title.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. Honestly, I'm okay with whoever wins.
Yeah, but that's crazy because it's like if you're just watching the show, I mean, you know he does great. Like if you've been watching it,
Mhm.
and now they're just showing like all this Roddy stuff, so now they make you want to root for him.
Mhm.
That's crazy. NXT's killing it. Goddamn.
Yeah. And like Bobby Roode's upset, and then you hear a knock at the door, and he goes, "That's my next appointment. I'll see you later, Bobby or whatever the hell." And then Bobby Roode turns around, and it's Roderick Strong, and they have a little stare down, and then it just fades from there,
Okay.
which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
And then they teased Aleister Black is gonna have a match for next week, so you're gonna see an Aleister Black match, another squash match. And then the main event, it was a 10-woman battle royale, the number one contender
Battle Royale.
for the NXT. Now, the one thing is there was a lot of talent in the ring, and I want to know exactly who was there. Give me 1 second while I look that up. Why don't you ask a few questions there, Brian?
You ask me questions?
Why don't you fill up the air, man?
Oh. So yeah, what's up guys? How's it going? I'm just here laying in bed trying to stay up. It's pretty late. We're recording around 12:30 right now.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It is
been a
pretty late.
long day for both of
It's
us, I
been
think.
a long day.
I know one person in that match was well, it's like Nikki Cross, Ember Moon, Ruby Riot. Was that one girl there? Liv Morgan.
Yes. All right. So.
Aaliyah was in there.
Mhm.
Who else?
All right. So let's see. Uh,
Peyton Royce and Billy Kay.
yes, sir.
And I know Candice LeRae was in it.
Yes, sir.
Kimberly.
She actually made it pretty long. It's Victoria Gonzalez.
Who is that?
Uh, the biggest competitor they had there, apparently. That's what they made it. She was taller than everybody else.
Okay.
You also had Nikki Cross, of course.
Uh-huh.
You had Ember Moon. You had Aaliyah.
Oh, you want to keep going?
Aaliyah, Peyton Royce, Billy Kay, Rachel Evers, which is another Uh,
Sounds familiar.
there's somebody that they had. Kimberly, or whatever her name is in NXT.
I don't even know.
That drill instructor chick. What's her name? I can't find her name.
What'd you say?
She was like a drill instructor, and her gimmick is like she's dressed like a '50s like uh doo-wop girl.
Ah, that sounds familiar, but I don't even know.
I don't remember, but they say Bianca Blair was there as well, and Liv Morgan. So I believe that's all 10. Oh
Okay.
no, Ruby Riot.
Ember Moon?
Ember Moon was there. So it's Ember, Ruby Riot, Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan, Aaliyah, uh, Rachel Evers, Kimberly, Candice LeRae, Victoria Gonzalez, and
Peyton Royce and Billy Kay.
it seems
Did
like more than 10.
did they
Weird.
say Candice LeRae? Like, was that her name?
Yes,
Oh, okay, that's cool.
they used her, and they were like, yeah, Candice LeRae, and she made it pretty far. She was like I think she was like the fourth or fifth eliminated, so she made it pretty far.
Okay, did they mention that she was married to Johnny Gargano?
No, they did not.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I
Yeah,
guess.
I don't think they're gonna for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think she's signed just yet, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think they just kind of needed an extra, probably.
Yeah. Um,
Was she wearing her cool tights, the Game Boy ones?
I don't think so. I
Uh,
didn't
have you
notice.
seen those?
No, I don't think so.
Uh,
Yep.
it's cool. Like she has like these shorts.
Uh huh.
They're like small shorts, like women's shorts.
Mhm.
And on one thigh, it has the cross
D
pad,
pad.
the D pad. There you
Mhm.
go. And then on the other side, it has like the two Game Boy buttons, the A and B or whatever.
Mhm.
And then like her top
Mhm.
is it's sleeveless,
Mhm.
and it's like a shirt,
Mhm.
like to right around her
Oh,
belly
okay.
button,
Mhm.
and like in the middle, it's like
The screen.
yeah, it's like the screen, so it's like kind of see through,
Mhm.
and she has like her bra or whatever. But
Mhm.
it's pretty cool.
All right. I'm down with that. I'll have to look that up because it sounds actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, well, what happened was everybody gets eliminated except for three women. That's Ruby Riot, Nikki Cross, and Ember Moon.
Okay.
And looky, Chuck. What is it?
Sucky ducky quack quack.
And there you go. Fucking Asuka comes back and fucking fuck shit up.
I saw that basically the battle royale ends in a DQ.
Yeah, which I didn't think that battle royales could be DQs.
I don't think so either. That's stupid.
Like it was weird because like every other battle royale, anybody can just pull you from outside of the ring
Yeah,
and
like
you're done.
well, oh, what is the battle royale right now? The Royal Rumble.
That's the thing, but it's the same thing. But I guess because of the name difference, and that's really all wrestling is, name differences.
Well, yeah, well because the Royal Rumble you have to get thrown over the top rope.
Yeah.
The battle royale, I think it's as long as you get knocked out of the ring, right?
Mm, I don't know because
Unless like they state that it has to be over the top.
I don't know. I can't remember specifically if they mentioned over the top, but it seems like every time they were over the top, they acted like it was a battle royale or like a Royal Rumble
Uh huh.
where they had to like they like would maneuver themselves in. But I didn't see anybody get eliminated like through the ropes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it still works the same way as the Royal Rumble, which again I thought was no disqualifications, but apparently it is. And Asuka comes in and fucks shit up. She throws Ember Moon off of the. She's setting up for the Eclipse
Yeah.
on Ruby Riot, I believe, because she hits the Eclipse on Nikki Cross, and Nikki Cross is dazed and she tries to get her out of the ring. And Ruby Riot comes up and then she sets her up for the Eclipse. At that point, Asuka comes in and like pushes her, onto the mat on the top rope, so she just takes a big bump, and then it's a big disqualification, and then uh, they're like, well, there's no clear winner, and she keeps fucking up everybody. Like she stomps on like Nikki Cross, and she gives the rear view to Ruby Riot. So she's fucking shit up. Everybody's like uh, laid out, and Asuka keeps yelling, "No one's ready." Like no one's ready for Asuka. She keeps yelling,
Right.
and it's just fucking cool to see her like just fucking
Be like
be it.
super heel.
Yeah, be a super fucking shitbag heel. And one of the things was time is running out because I'm looking at the actual like running time for it.
Uh huh.
Time's running out, and I'm like, what the fuck? So they're just gonna go off the air, I guess. And right when I'm gonna like press done, like everybody starts cheering, and you see William Regal walk out. He goes, at Takeover Dallas, Asuka is gonna face all three of the women in the ring right now.
God damn it.
So it's gonna be a fatal four way between Asuka, Ember Moon, Nikki Cross, and Ruby Riott at Takeover Chicago. Which Takeover Chicago is fucking during SummerSlam?
That far out?
I don't know. Do they have like takeovers that aren't necessary? I mean,
They they might have one that's sooner.
because that's what I'm thinking. It's just like SummerSlam isn't until
August?
August, September maybe.
Yeah.
So
August, I think.
August, like
It's the
usually late
last pay per
August.
view of the summer.
Yeah. So late August. So it's just like, are they waiting that long and they're building up all these matches now?
No, I think they have one like sooner. Like maybe
Oh,
around Backlash probably.
but Backlash is next month. Let's see. Let me see. It's NXT Takeover.
I just feel like they've done the non single matches for title matches a lot. Is that just me?
They have. They really have. I don't know exactly. Really, I don't know what's gonna happen. Um, in terms of who's gonna win, because Asuka could be called up. But I think it's a really kind of bullshit way to defend the title because it seems like that's all she does now. There was a fatal four way at what, the San Antonio, take over San Antonio, and then there was only like it was a 1-on-1 only at Orlando.
Yeah. For WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Oh yeah.
remember.
So I'm looking at it right now. Takeover Chicago, 2017. No, what the hell? Why is it? Hmm. It gave me dates for just like a regular like NXT taping. Well, that's not what I want. Take over Chicago airs live. Huh. May 20th. You're right. It's right with Backlash. Backlash is the 21st.
Oh, okay. So
So
yeah.
you're completely right. Fuck me sideways. Either way, that was NXT. So next NXT is gonna be interesting because I want to see what the fuck happens with Hideo and Roddy.
That should be a good match.
That should be a really really good match.
Oh, it's gonna be hard hitting.
It's gonna be a some bitch.
That's one tough song, bitch.
All right, and that was pretty much all of WWE wrestling. Sorry that I haven't watched too much
Indie stuff.
indie stuff. I'm trying to get into watching the ROH weekly shows, but I end up just watching a lot of the pay per views.
There's just way too much WWE stuff to like.
Yeah.
Like I barely even watch all of it, and
Hmm.
man, it sucks.
Yeah, it does because I mean, especially weeks like this. God, it's only Thursday for me, and fuck, I work until Saturday, so I'm just like Jesus. It's a long week.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening to episode 16 of Signature Maneuver. Before we go,
And then, like always,
we gotta end it like always.
what is our favorite match of the week?
Do you have a match of the week, baby?
My match of the week is gonna be. Oh man, it was gonna be the triple threat on Raw,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna give it to Alexa and Bailey for payback.
Yeah, that was a good match.
I'm gonna give it to that because it was a goddamn good match. Alexa's such a heel. Bailey's such a babyface. They're both super over,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just both great wrestlers. Like man,
I wouldn't have seen that like at the beginning. Like seeing like Alexa at the beginning,
Yeah.
I was like, man, she needs a lot of work. And then like in a very short time, she got very good.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck happened? That was really quick.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's helping you out, but bless them, cause fuck,
Yeah.
they work some magic
I
real quick.
remember like after Raw when she became the number one contender.
Mhm.
Me and Jose talked about it, and I was like, "That's gonna be a damn good match." And
Mhm.
he was like, "I don't think they've ever worked together, right?" I was like, "I don't know, but I have a feeling it's gonna be a good one. I have a feeling it's gonna be a real
Yeah, I
good
don't
one."
know if they ever did work together. I know that her and Sasha worked in NXT. I know that they worked together,
I don't remember.
but I don't remember a Bailey and Alexa match. As for me, I have to give it up to 205 because I really like Drew Gulak and this new gimmick he has now,
Yeah, the no fly
the
zone.
no fly zone. It's a great. And
He
they
went up
have
to he went up against like the most high flyer
yeah,
echelon
exactly,
so far.
exactly. Mustafa Ali, it was just a good match. There was a lot of technical stuff again from Gulak. I won't tell you who wins because I want you to fucking watch 205, even if we didn't talk about it too much this week. Uh, God damn it, just watch 205 because that's just some goddamn good wrestling. And that match in particular was just super entertaining. There was a lot of good stuff in there. So that's my match of the week.
Cool.
All right, guys, and Jose will have we'll give him 2 match of the weeks next week. Hopefully, he'll join us then. But thank you for listening. My name is Roman, and again we have Brian.
Fuck James Storm.
Hey, go watch some goddamn wrestling,
Go
boys.
watch some goddamn wrestling.
Later.